Hi everyone, we're going to look at animating text in a video. Look at our text all appears, all at different timing as well, which is probably the important part. It's going to utilize a lot of the skills that we already know. I'm waiting for the last bit of text. Come on, is it going to appear? It's not. There it is. Don't miss out. Okay, so we're trying to play around with timing so that it's not all just starting at the beginning. It utilizes a lot of the skills that we already know, which is awesome, which makes this easy. Let's jump in and start animating text in video. All right, so I've just added 2 lumps of text here, okay, and using the kind of Playfair, and I found another font, Avalon. And if you just type it on the page and I hit play, it just hangs around for the whole thing. Okay, it's maybe what you want, okay, but we're going to animate ours. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my playhead right at the beginning. Okay, so I'm right at the beginning of my animation. I'm going to click on summer and we just add animate. Okay, we've done this before when we did our presentations. Okay, we did it for objects appearing when we're presenting. We're going to do it during a video. It's the exact same function. That's why it's easy. Okay, so I'm just going to pick blur for this one. And like before, you can just play around with things like speed if you've got the pro account. You can decide on whether it's word or element. Okay, I'm going to go for per word. So that kind of fades in like that. You can see if I hover above it, kind of previews it. I can also hit play on my playhead. Okay, to see it. My video is finding it a little bit tricky to play. If it does a bit jumpy, it might be that your machine's just struggling a little bit. Maybe it's a really high quality video, very long. It will export okay, which we'll get to in a bit, but there you go. Let's do one more and then I'll show you how to do the timing. So I'm going to say you, my friend, I'm going to animate you. I'm going to pick, Succession. I'm going for this kind of like breezy, slow, kind of like, look how summery and good it is. You get the idea. One thing is though, this thing kind of, they all appear at the beginning and they stay for the whole thing. So what we want to do is get it so that it plays for a little bit, then summer starts, then weekend. And what you need to do is pick any of them, right click them and say, I would like you to show the timing. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated. You're like, what's this? Okay, so you've got now the video separate from the text, which means I can say the text can start a little bit further along. Okay, in this case, it's the summer sale text. So I'm going to bring my playhead back. Watch this. It's going to play for a while until it gets to this timeline and then, summer sale. All right, how do I get the second one to do it? Same thing. You, my friend, this weekend only. There it is. Okay, we didn't even need to turn on the show timing. Now I can say that appears just afterwards. Okay, so we've got a bit of a build going. So it's kind of telling a story a bit more. So summer sale, then this weekend, you can kind of build the different elements up. You can drag them from the other end as well. Okay, so you might want to get them to stop. Then grab some text. Okay, I'm going to add a text box and I'm going to say, don't miss out. You can see I've been playing around with the line spacing here. Okay, well, not letter spacing. Back to 0, and the line spacing on this font is a little bit different. Cool, and what I want to do is get this to kind of appear after this. And you'll notice that it kind of like jumps down onto the next timeline. It goes, I want to be down here now, just to make it a little bit more usable here. What's going to happen now is it's going to play. And then these guys are going to go away, and then this one will start. Excellent. Okay, and the way that these ones run out is you can decide on it. Okay, when you are using your animation, you can say, is it animating on enter, on exit, or on both? And I've got mine on both. While it's not playing, they're all kind of on the page. Okay, but when it starts playing, they'll all kind of come in and time in. You can turn this off down the bottom here. They can get quite complicated. Okay, you can say, all right, I want you, right click to hide the timing. All right, now it's just kind of one big lump. The timing is still in there, hasn't kind of like forced it in, because you can go in there and just show timing again and it all comes out. I'm going to pick my last animation and then there you go. Now just a reminder that there are some basic ones in terms of animations, but text specifically has its own set that aren't for inanimate objects. Well, non-text objects, sorry. Things like squares and images don't have these writing ones here. So don't forget that these ones are in here that you might want to check out. Oh, look at that, clarify, but slow it, speed it up. Here we go, and that's gonna be us. All right, that's animating text, don't miss out. Where did it go? Clarify. It's going to only appear right in the middle. Okay, that took way too long to come in. So I'm going to mess around with that. But the cool thing about it is that the tools that we learned earlier on when we were doing our presentation all apply here. Okay, so we're playing around with that animation. The only difference now is we have a bit of a timeline going. Oh, one thing I just thought of is if I grab an element, let's say I grab a rectangle, okay, and I make it nice and big, you'll notice that it's kind of above. Let's have a look. Let's move it over here. You see it is underneath the summer sale, but it is above don't miss out. You can see it here. Okay, what you can do is you can go to position and just use your normal layering. So I can move it backwards, okay, or move it forwards a bit, and you can see, I can move it forwards above summer as well, and it kind of moves up this list here. So above weekend, I need it to be above that, forward, there we go. Okay, so you kind of adjust the layers. You can't drag them here, okay? Kind of feel like I want to drag them on that player list, but you just drag them in the normal kind of position way. Okay, you can go to layers if that's easier and just drag it in between them, just like we did before, except now we're doing it video. All right, that is definitely it. All right, I'll see you in the next video.